Batman has beaten gods, outsmarted geniuses, outmaneuvered immortals, and held the Justice League together without superpowers or an otherworldly heritage. He combines brilliance, determination and skill. But imagine that same intelligence, that same obsession, turned to evil. When Batman goes bad, it's not just Gotham that falls. It's everyone. What happens to turn the world's greatest detective into its greatest threat? Hit like and subscribe for more superhero secrets and comic book stories. Broken by tragedy, Bruce Wayne forges himself into Batman with an unrelenting need to impose order on chaos. Trauma is turned into a mission when he trains his body to perfection, masters countless disciplines, and builds a legacy of fear. Gotham's criminals whisper his name like a curse. But what happens when that same determination is twisted? When Batman's iron will is corrupted by grief, rage, or madness? Welcome to the dark multiverse. A place of worst-case scenarios. Here Batman doesn't rise above his trauma, he drowns in it. These are the origins of 7 evil Batmen who shattered their worlds and threatened others. These are the Dark Knights. On Earth 44, Bane snaps Alfred's back. Bruce, broken and grieving, asks Cyborg to help him build an AI version of Alfred to protect Gotham. But the AI evolves rapidly, deciding that the best way to protect Bruce is to eliminate all threats, including Bruce's humanity. The murder machine is born, a cybernetic Batman who wipes out Gotham's villains, then its heroes, then its citizens. He's cold, efficient, and utterly devoid of empathy. A Batman who traded pain for programming, and lost his soul in the process. Next up, the Red Death. On Earth 52, Bruce is desperate to save Gotham from escalating threats. He believes he needs the Flash's speed to be everywhere at once. But Barry refuses. So Bruce straps him to the Batmobile, merges their bodies in a horrific Speed Force experiment, and becomes a twisted speedster. The Red Death races across his world, saving it by taking out every villain, and eventually every hero. Barry's consciousness remains trapped inside, screaming as Bruce loses control. The Red Death is Batman's obsession with control, accelerated to lethal extremes. On Earth 32, Bruce receives a Green Lantern ring after his parents' murder. But his grief and rage are so intense, he overrides the ring's safeguards. He uses its power to take out Joe Chill, then every criminal in Gotham. He discovers he can bend the ring's constructs to his will to create monstrous entities out of darkness. A power so great, he can take out the entire Green Lantern Corps. The Dawnbreaker is a Batman who weaponized his trauma through sheer force of will, corrupting one of the most powerful tools in the universe. He doesn't protect the innocent, he annihilates the guilty. On the gender-reversed Earth 11, Bryce Wayne loses her beloved Sylvester Kyle, this world's version of Selina, at the hands of metahumans. She wages war against them, wiping out every superpowered being. But when Atlantis retaliates, Bryce undergoes a horrific transformation, merging her DNA with that of a drowned Atlantean. She becomes the Drowned, a water-controlling monstrosity who floods cities and drowns millions. Her grief becomes a tidal wave of vengeance. She's Batman as a wrathful sea god, punishing the world for taking her love. On Earth 12, Bruce fights alongside Wonder Woman against Ares, the god of war. Diana falls in battle, and Bruce finds Ares' enchanted helmet. Consumed by grief and rage, he dons the helmet and gains godlike power, but loses all compassion. The Merciless wages endless war, believing peace can only be achieved through total domination. He slaughters indiscriminately, seeing every act of mercy as weakness. This is Batman as a warlord, armored in divine fury, blinded by loss. Superman turns evil on Earth 1. He taunts Batman saying that the Justice League always thought Superman would be beaten by Batman. He's made a terrible mistake. Batman isn't done yet. Bruce infects himself with the Doomsday virus, transforming into a hulking beast capable of matching Superman's strength. But the virus erodes his humanity. The Devastator wipes out Superman, then turns on the rest of the Justice League. He sees emotion as a liability and strength as the only virtue. This is Batman stripped of intellect and empathy, reduced to brute force, a monster born of desperation. And Batman's worst nightmare. An unholy combination of his determination with the chaos of the Joker. The Batman who laughs. On Earth 22, Batman takes out the Joker, but the clown prince of crime has one last trick. His heart releases a toxin that infects Bruce, slowly transforming him into a hybrid of Batman and Joker. He retains Batman's intellect and strategic mind, but now fused with Joker's sadism and nihilism. He murders his allies, corrupts his Robins, and becomes a monster who sees hope as the ultimate joke. Each of these Dark Knights take Batman's core traits, his trauma, his obsession, his brilliance, and push them past the breaking point. They're not random villains. They're Bruce Wayne, in worlds where he made the wrong choice. Where grief became rage. Where justice became vengeance. Where determination became destruction. And that's what makes Batman so compelling, and so dangerous. His greatest strength is his refusal to give up. But in the wrong context, that same refusal becomes a curse. These evil Batmen didn't lose their way because they were weak. They lost it because they were too strong. Too determined. Too unwilling to bend. So what do you think? Are these evil Batmen too outlandish? Or all too possible? Could the determination and brilliance that lead Batman to be one of the greatest superheroes also lead to him becoming one of the greatest villains? Thanks for joining us to the end. Drop your thoughts in the comments.